This is even better than we imagined. Although Summer League has not gone the Rockets' way, there is still one standout player that has the attention of many Rockets fans, and it could have the attention of GM Rafael Stonis. He could be added to be the 15th man on the main roster heading into the 2025-2026 NBA season. Who that player is and all the details will be delivered to you right here on this video of Rockets Digest. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Donovan Ricondo, and we appreciate you joining us as always. And we are trying to hit 4,500 subscribers by the end of the week. If you're already subscribed, you already know what it is. We give you daily videos of your Houston Rockets, all the updates right here on this channel. If you're not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? This is completely free content for you to stay up to date on your favorite team, including updates like this, as the Houston Rockets Summer League has not been great so far. Three straight losses in 3 games. The Clippers, the Pistons, the Hawks, albeit very entertaining games. It's great to see these guys, get some minutes and see who has what it takes to be on this team, either on a two-way contract or on a just strictly G League basis. But there is one player that has the attention of many Rockets fans and very well GM Rafael Stowe, as Rockets wing Adonis Arms is exceeding expectations in Summer League. Now, if you only watched the first game with Reed Shepherd when he balled out, he did not play that game. He played in the last 2 games against the Pistons and Monday night against the Hawks, and he did fairly well. Now, Adonis Arms was one of the last-minute names the Rockets added before the Summer League kicked off. So, thank goodness we did this because we see the potential of this guy now. And so after going undrafted in 2022, the former Texas Tech product spent time with the NBA G League's Grand Rapids Gold and Memphis Hustle, joining the Chinese Basketball Association's Guangdong Southern Tigers for the 2024 season. Now, going to what his stats were over there overseas and how he did. And it wasn't pretty all the time, but there was still some flashes as to why Houston gave him this opportunity, as Devin Platana from House of Houston points out, saying, quote, although his 32.6% field goal and 26.9% three-point rates left much to be desired, his averaging 10.2 points, 1.8 assists, 1.4 steals, and zero point 0.8 blocks were enough for Houston to offer him this summer opportunity. And so far, he's capitalized on it. And I'm going to go straight to how he's done in those games. As Devin Platana continues to write, quote, through his first 2 outings with the Rockets, Arms is averaging 18 points per game with a 47.8 field goal percentage and 18.2 three-point percentage, which not very good. His long-distance shooting has left much to be desired. However, his solid two-way play across the floor, 4.5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, has certainly made up for it. That's without mentioning how he led his teammates in points, 24, and free throws made, 8, during Monday's defeat. And if you missed this game on Monday, he played absolutely phenomenal. I was watching him, and he felt very comfortable driving to the basket and finishing, which was listed as something that he needed to work on when he was entering the NBA draft stage of his career before he went overseas. And so that is something that he has definitely worked on. He was able to drive, he was able to finish. He's very athletic. He was able to be fearless and just not be afraid of contact. A lot of times, young players are nervous and they, essentially would not like to mess up, but he is putting it all out there on the court. And I'm looking at my stats here to give you the full rundown of how he performed on Monday night. He had 24 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 44% from the field. He was 2 for 8 from 3, which, could be better, of course. He had 3 steals and 1 block. All of that in 33 minutes of play. And I also believe in the first game he played, he didn't start that game. He came off the bench. He played 20 minutes. He had 12 points there. This game, he did start. He was one of the main 5 guys in that game, and he absolutely balled out. And if you did not watch the ending of that game, he essentially took the game into his hands. He understood he was the best player on the court for the Houston Rockets, and there was about 30, 40 seconds left in the game, and he ended up getting a matchup that he liked. The defender was late on his shot. He decided to do a bit of a step back three, and he made that three, putting the Rockets up, I believe, by 1 point, 2 points. It gave them a lead essentially, and so that kind of clutch factor was very, very impressive for this guy. Of course, this is summer league. This is you're playing against guys trying to make it in the NBA, or early stage rookies and second year players, but still I do think it was very impressive to see him take over that game and put up 24 points in a very competitive game, too. It wasn't like it was just some kind of blowout where he was getting kind of garbage points. This was a very competitive game with the Atlanta Hawks, which has made this all much more impressive. And so seeing him play out there was a good insight as to, uh, him possibly making it to this roster. As we know, this Houston front office, they are quick to make decisions. As you saw recently, there was a summer league player that I think was over 7 from 3 point range and was essentially cut. Was essentially like, okay, we're gonna take you off. We're putting this guy in, and so this front office reacts very, very fast. If guys aren't getting it done, they're going to replace them to try to find those guys that they can put on two-way contracts. Now, about the two-way contract scenario, is there room left? What's the situation with that? Well, Devin Plantana from House of Houston continues to write about that as well. He's saying, quote, according to Spot Rack, the Rockets have 2 remaining roster spots, meaning there's still room for Arms to crack head coach Ime Udoka's bench. Adding an athletic wing who isn't afraid to shoot the ball or get his hands dirty on defense could be a solid choice for the 14th or 15th roster spot. So, there is availability. They are looking for someone to put on this 14th, 15th roster spot, someone to put on a two-way contract, someone that I can potentially invest in. It's again, these are your 14th, 15th guys. These aren't guys that are going to go in and play 20 minutes a game, right? This is summer league, and the NBA are very, very different. But at the same time, you want to add that depth to be able to give your team some competitive advantage, guys that you can use in the practice facility, right? You are as good as your worst player. That's a quote given many times by coaches. We want to make sure that there's no weak links in the fence, and so to be able to have a guy like Arms on your roster could be a huge benefit in terms of just elevating everybody around them. And of course, when he gets out there to play, he can showcase the talents that he's been showcasing here in Summer League. And he has played very, very well. It's going to be exciting to see what he does tomorrow night, to see how he finishes off. Despite, the Rockets being 0-3, I do think there is a lot to be said about how hard those players played. Although you're not really playing for anything on a team level. Yes, they're all playing individually, on an individual level to showcase to the front office, like, hey, I'm a guy worth investing in. And so I'm curious to see how he goes about that game or his third game, technically, since he didn't play the first game of Summer League. But just to see how he approaches that and to see if he can maintain this, right? 24 points is hard to maintain. I don't care if it's Summer League, it is a tough thing to do. And so to see him do that tomorrow night is going to be very, very interesting. We are going to keep tabs on it here on Rockets Digest, and I encourage everybody to watch that game to see how he plays, as well as any other players on this squad that have been impressive so far in Summer League. And so that's where I want to bring it back to you guys. For those of you watching Summer League, what do you think about Adonis Arms? How do you think he plays? Do you think he's a guy that is worthy of that 14th or 15th roster spot for the 2025-2026 NBA season? It's the summertime, but we got the Rockets updates on a daily basis for all you guys. We've got the content coming. So again, if you want to stay up to date, go ahead, hit that subscribe button below. That wraps it up for this video. I've been your host, Donovan Ricondo. We'll see you on the next one. Adios.